Fantanka, a leading Gambian organization committed to addressing societal challenges affecting women and youth, recently hosted the grand finale of its highly anticipated Transitional Justice Debate Championship. The event, organized in partnership with the University of the Gambia Debate Association and supported by the African Transitional Justice Legacy Fund, brought together students and community members to engage in thought-provoking discussions on transitional justice. As our reporter Maimuna Jaju tells us in this report, the championship aimed to deepen public understanding of transitional justice mechanisms such as truth-seeking, accountability, and reconciliation.
Participants delivered compelling arguments and rebuttals on a range of topics related to human rights, justice, and the rule of law. The grand final marked the culmination of weeks of intense preparation and spirited competition, with teams showcasing exceptional critical thinking, eloquence, and legal insight. More than just a contest, the event served as a vital platform for young voices to articulate their perspective on the role of transitional justice in shaping a fairer and more inclusive society. Fantanka's initiative reflects its broader mission to empower women and youth, advocate for sexual and reproductive health and rights, combat sexual and gender-based violence, and promote civic engagement. Omar Saibo Kamara, chairperson of the Transitional Justice Debate Championship, underscored the importance of transitional justice in the Gambia's national healing process. He praised the championship for fostering meaningful dialogue and emphasized the need for truth-seeking, accountability, and reconciliation to address historical injustices and build a more equitable future.
Not just a point of argument, is not a luxury of speaking just because we want to speak. Debates, either constructively, conventionally, and non-conventionally, are the bedrock of any democratic society. Free speech and freedom of expressions and how do we constructively argue over national issues is what shapes a society. And as the lead trainer, I've interacted with some of these participants on the first day of training, on TJ, on all of that. I had a conversation with them last night. I must say that the first edition of the National Transitional Justice Debate Championship has given birth not just to ambassadors of transitional justice, but champions of transitional justice. These are kids that want to see that the April 10/11 is put into the curriculum so that they learn about it. These are people that want to see that the never again is not just on flyers and on banners, but it is implemented, and never again means never again. And these kids are not just debaters now, but they are those advocates, activists, and champions of societal change. And this is the purpose of debate.
Alga Simba, president of the University of the Gambia Debate Association, lauded the participants for their intellectual rigor and engagement. He highlighted the indispensable role of youth in transitional justice and reaffirmed the association's commitment to nurturing students' leadership through education and dialogue.
Passionately discussing issues relating to human rights, transitional justice, sexual and gender-based violence, and a lot more. We've also seen the growth in ideas from these young people, and that is one of the purpose, and that was one of the main reasons why the championship was organized. So from our side, I would say it was a successful championship simply because the aim of having these young people to understand issues related to human rights, transitional justice, sexual and gender-based violence was met. And to the young people present here today, it is important to note that this was just a competition. The real aim of having you in this competition was for you guys to also participate meaningfully in national discussions. Make it a responsibility among yourself to discuss these things in the schools, the assemblies, and also the social media platform that we are using nowadays. Let us make best use of this social media platform and spread the message of transitional justice and the never again mantra.
Special guests Aida Preston, the head of TRRC Post Unit, commended both Fantanka and the UTG Debate Association for their collaborative efforts. She stressed the importance of transitional justice in addressing past human rights violations and fostering national reconciliation. Preston also emphasized the critical need to empower women and youth as active agents in the justice process.
For the future, certainly, but act now. Many young people ask, when will it be our turn? When do we begin contributing to shaping the future of the Gambia? And we say that your turn is not coming, actually. Your turn is already here. Your leadership does not begin when you're 30 years old, when you hold a degree, when somebody says to you, you are now a leader. Your leadership actually begins really now, with the small choices that you make for yourselves every single day, and the way in which you challenge your communities and your societies to do better. You are the ones who will uphold never again. You really will. In 22 years' time, when I'm maybe, well, I guess older, but I may also be gone, at the end of the day, you would still be here and you would be the champions of never again. And not just in policy, but in practice. And not just in your communities, but even down to your own homes. So the future of the Gambia is not going to be written in some distant time. The future of the Gambia is being written as we are here right now. The future is not tomorrow. My main message to you was that the future is already in this room. So please.
The championship featured 4 participating schools: Nusrat Senior Secondary School, Armitage Senior Secondary School, Kotu Senior Secondary School, and Collective Hands Academy, respectively.
Specificity, that means based on African Union of Transitional Justice Policy itself, that is one, United Nations of Conventions of Rights of the Children, and also the eliminations of all forms of gender discriminations against women, are stating the fact that they believe that if this specificity happens, it will ensure that most individuals go and speak out or go and speak that of the truth that they have to speak out. Because
what specific mechanisms he's going to carry out? What kind of specific mechanisms? What kind of activities are you going to do to ensure that these victims are respected? You did not tell us. So therefore, Mr. Speaker, I'll also enlighten him by letting him know that this using specific mechanism does not increase participation. Instead, it will cause discrimination and violation of the right to privacy of individuals. At the ending of her debate, she was here reading something to us just to kill them. She debated for minutes, thus you know that she have nothing to say. That's why she, on the debate that now she want to brainwash us and being here reading newspaper for us. Honorable Speaker of the House, here is a house of intellectuals. When you are coming here, you have to be prepared so that you can kill your 7 minutes, but you're going to be reading news for us to kill your 7 minutes. The Speaker in the House, the Prime Minister might not know this, but awareness, victims that have undergone suffering, do you expect them to stay on their own? Those awareness, as I said before, provide help to the victim. So you cannot tell me that it doesn't help victim because you do not expect them to be left alone like that. So of course they need awareness program. So you said it guarantees reparation, and I'm asking the government, it is not your responsibility to guarantee those reparations.
After a series of intellectually charged debates, Collective Hands Academy emerged victorious, earning a cash prize of $15,000. All participants received certificates in recognition of their dedication and contributions. Special accolades were also awarded to the best speaker and the most promising debater. Celebrating individual excellence, inspiring future civic leaders, the championship reaffirmed the power of youth-led dialogue in advancing transitional justice and national development. For Star TV News, I am Maimuna Jaju.